Whoa, what's up? Make some noise. We're live here at Wacky Wednesday open mic. Live from Lakers. Let's go Lakers, yeah. That's why nobody's here, because apparently everyone's watching the Lakers game. Starts at 7 o'clock, and so does this open mic. What a coincidence, huh? Yeah, so this is going to be mostly new material for John. I've been working on stuff, so... yeah, you said, "Oh, nobody's gonna call me," and then immediately it would. Did you get your DoorDash? So I've been reminiscing, looking back on life recently, looking at some what ifs, thinking about some what ifs, and I've realized that I'm pretty sure that I miss my drinking problem. In 2025, weed and wine just aren't gonna cut it. I don't think. Having a drinking problem is just like having a friend who's got your back. You know, maybe not in a positive way, but. Like having a drinking problem is like having a bad best friend who's not going to help you thrive, but to really help you survive. You know, like if you have a bad breakup, instead of helping you pick up the pieces and do something positive and move on, no, he'll just show up drunk to your place with some wings and some beer, and you'll watch sports bloopers for through the weekend. And also, he's the reason for your breakup. Having a drinking problem is kind of fun because you get to meet other problem drinkers, and then inevitably you end up in adventures, and you have to solve little mysteries. Like the time that I woke up face down on my living room, and I had to solve some mysteries. Like number 1, where are my glasses? Number 2, where's my cell phone? Number 3, oh, I found my cell phone, but why is there a voicemail from the local police department saying they have my wallet? That's a true story. My drinking problem never affected my work, but it definitely affected my motivation to work. But it did help improve my office improv skills, though. Like the Monday morning, I rolled into work just all battered and bruised and cut up, and my boss saw me and gasped like a concerned mother. What happened to you? And immediately, I crafted a very creative story about a new nascent bicycling hobby. And, I just went out and took a tumble, and that's it. Very simple story. And what I didn't tell her was that on Saturday night, I had too many SoCo and Cokes, decided I could be a successful stuntman and try to do a front flip over a guardrail in a parking lot. Though, to my credit, I nailed the front part, the flip part, not so much. And if there's a positive aspect to that story, is that my left shoulder is now a weather app. And it's going to rain soon. So I don't have kids. I should have kids. I'm at an age where I should have a bunch of kids, but I don't have kids. And it's not because I dislike kids. I do like kids, but I also like sleep and money and not crying at Target. Like having all my surfaces not be sticky. That's always nice. Parenting just looks exhausting, like a 24/7 job with no breaks and a boss who throws up on you. I think I would try. I think I would try parenting if we could lease children. I'm not at a point where I want to commit to a lifetime of parenting or however long it takes. But I would jump into a 36-month lease on a gently used pre-owned certified 2022 model. Just imagine it's a nice model. Low miles, minimal screen time, clean Carfax. I'll sign up to that. I'll pay bonus for really good features, like if the kid sleeps through the night or is potty trained. That's the luxury version. I don't want to get stuck with a kid that asks why 400 times a day, because that's the base model. It's got no sound insulation. And then I think the best part about being able to lease a kid is that once you don't feel like it, once you don't want to anymore, you can just return the kid. It's great. Like if the kid starts, just acting up, being weird, like requesting sandwiches made of just the ends of the bread, the end pieces, or talking about wanting to be a stand-up comedian, like, nah, that's not going to happen. I'm going to turn you back in. I don't want to get stuck with a weird kid that licks outlets and bites shins. I'll return them. I don't care. It's like, I'll complain to the dealer. Like, listen, you leased me a defective kid. You said he was potty trained, and it turns out he just likes peeing in drawers, all right? You took the term junk drawer a little too seriously. But maybe there could be some longer lease options, like a 72-month option, where you pick them up as a toddler, and you turn them back in before they start to get all long and gangly and start to have opinions that you don't care anything about, like Minecraft architecture or why Paw Patrol is problematic. I'm talking about that stage where they're all elbows and knees and front teeth, where they're like, you see them smile like, oh my God, you're 70% front teeth. You have a whole set of backwards dominoes in there. When I'm talking about the gangly kid, I'm thinking about one friend's kid specifically in mind. I'm hoping that all my friends with kids start confronting me about it. Like, hey, you know that joke about the gangly kid? That's not about my kid, is it? And I would go, well, heavens no. Why would you think that? Of course, I was talking about another kid with teeth like tombstones and knees that bend backwards. But if you do think it's about your kid, please write it down in exacting detail and give it to me before my next set. Thank you very much. Let's see. All right, show of hands here. Who here is a premature ejaculator? Anyone? Yeah. Whoo. All right. John's ignoring us because we know the answer. I don't believe in premature ejaculation. I believe that it exists. I'm very well aware of it, but I don't believe in the term premature ejaculation for one simple reason. Premature based on what? What's the metric? Just what should the run time be? All right, because without knowing that, all it is just a set. It's all just a setup for an argument. It's like being invited to a really fun party by a really good friend, and then you show up, and then your friend gets mad because you showed up a little too early. Like, hey, what are you doing? Like, I came to the party. I know you came to the party, but you came early. Like, okay, when should I have come to the party? Not now, just later. Like, when later? Just you kind of later. You just kind of supposed to know. Like, is there a time? Like, no. Like, how does that help me help you? This is ridiculous. No, we need a metric. We need something to shoot for. Pun intended. There's on the internet. There's charts for other sexual stuff, done with various studies, and you can settle arguments that way. It's like, oh no, average, above average, and that's the one I've bookmarked ever since for that particular thing. So now if there's ever a point of discussion, I can go back to the chart. Like, no, listen, like it says right here, above average. The study was done by the Association of Big Fat Liars. Damn it. Okay, I'll find another one. But anyways, but I'm saying there's charts. So we need a metric just to settle it, because once there's a metric, once we know the time, maybe it turns out that all along this whole time you've just been angry at someone who is just a mature ejaculator. Okay, and if you want to be angry at someone, why don't you go get mad at those post-mature ejaculators who keep making you late for things? But I don't know what I'm worried about that. It's not really the strong point of my game. Let me just put it this way. I may not know how to tie a cherry stem with my tongue, but if you need an envelope licked, I'm your guy. I did some independent research recently. I saw through the BS, and I made a big decision, put my foot down, and I finally got rid of my cast iron pan. Yep, it's over. It's done with. Every time I just hate it. I bought into the hype and cooked some wings and some pizza and felt like a pioneer for a little bit, but then I got sick of it, because every time I used that thing, it always felt like I was about to repair a steam train or embark on the Oregon Trail. It's like every time I use it always felt like I should be wearing suspenders and cooking beans outside over a trash fire, while telling ghost stories to a one-eyed dog named Rusty. Like, oh, Rusty, you're going to love these beans, Rusty. Oh, you taste them. That's all you need in life is you need some beans, a dog, and your cast iron pan, Yeah. Every time I busted it out, I always felt like I was about to prepare for the Dust Bowl, which it's kind of appropriate given today's economy. Like, maybe I should have kept it. I don't know. But every time I busted it out, it's like, oh my God, what do I do? Like this? Barter for squirrel meat with someone named Jebediah? This old whatever. What's really one really annoying thing about cast iron pans is that you are not allowed to wash them. Actually, that's the ultimate sin. Washing a cast iron pan properly is the ultimate sin. Instead, what you're supposed to do is just rinse them with water and then just rub some oil on it, like your grandma's elbows, So Yeah, like your grandma's elbow. So it creates this seasoning and patina, where which is another word for old and dirty. Like if your child showed up to the dinner table with patina and seasoning on their hands, you'd immediately tell them, like, go wash up, go wash those grubby mitts. It looks like you tunneled here from the Great Depression. Okay, this is ridiculous. Hey, what's going on? Let's see. Yeah, okay, yeah. I've only rehearsed this new version a couple times. Okay. So what the patina does, the seasoning, it's supposed to impart flavor on your food. But at what point is it just seasoning or just the ghosts of meals that you've cooked in the past? It's like your cast iron pan isn't seasoned; it's haunted. All right, this is ridiculous. Oh geez, what is that? Okay, right. Trying to remember. I literally was just rehearsing this new version, like right before this. And then but the worst thing about cast iron pan is that is the fans of cast iron. They are the worst. They're so annoying because anytime you criticize cast iron, someone with a Civil War beard and a sourdough starter is going to just pop up like, oh my God, the thing is you need to care for it properly, and it conducts heat real well. That's the most annoying part, is that all cast iron fans, they talk about how it conducts heat real well. Like, what else conducts heat real well? Like every other pan in my kitchen. Like, especially if I use oil, but fine. If it conducts heat real well, maybe if it'll get you to shut up, I'll start an orchestra called Heat, and I'll get my cast iron pan to conduct it. Okay. So I think in 2025, if you buy a cast iron pan, someone in your family should die of dysentery. All right, so that's been my time. My name is Billy Ramirez, and it was really just I was gonna bring up Aaron, and we were gonna go home. Coming up, all right, this is gonna be you, Aaron. We'll get Colin. We'll get Colin to headline.
Right.
Yeah. All right, you ready? Hold on. Let me just adjust this because everyone's watching the Lakers game. You ready, Aaron?
Ready.
All right, please welcome to the stage, Aaron McIntyre.
Thank you, Billy. Oh, he punched me in the arm thinking I was going to give him a fist bump, but I didn't know it was coming. I think we got to come up with hand signals or something, you know what I mean? Because every time I go in for a handshake, it's a fist bump. Every time I go for a high five, it's a handshake. I just can't keep up. And by the way, I got to tell you, I'm going to tell you straight up, okay? That cast iron is the best conductor of heat, but they're fucking heavy as hell. I gotta tell you, out on the Oregon Trail, I've been out on the Oregon Trail. I've been on a few trails, grew up in the mountains. You don't believe me, I can tell. I can see it. But I did, actually. I grew up in the hills of Colorado. Right outside of lovely Colorado Springs, where they got lots of, it's like, it has the highest concentration per capita of churches anywhere, and used to have the highest concentration per capita of massage parlors. So something's going on there, and I think a lot of those massage parlors didn't go out of business, right? So... you've seen a lot of religious people coming out going, I've sinned against you. I slept with a crack whore in a motel. They found this guy, had this big tent. Did you hear about this? No, it's already audience participation. You have to nod so I know. So anyway, big tent, got this huge congregation, thousands of people, preaching against the sins of the world and how we're all sinners. And then they found him in a motel doing cocaine with a crack whore. That's what I say. You followed your basic instincts. That's always a good thing. You were talking about The Rock before. A lot of times people mistake me for The Rock. They think I'm in character and growing a beard for a part or something, because, look at me. Seriously, look at me, There were a lot of really cool bald people a long time ago, like Telly Savalas, Listen, sweetheart. No, that was. Yeah, here's looking at you. That was not Marlon Brando. Oh, fuck, I can't think. Because I was born in the mid-1900s. Way back in the mid-1900s. It is tough getting old, I gotta tell you. It's a lot of work for your body to keep up with your mind, because my mind is still 20. I mean, I haven't changed at all. Still smoking a lot of pot, ejaculating prematurely. It's a problem. I've had it my whole life. But, it's good for a lot of people, a lot of women, because some nights you just don't want to do it. And all you got to do for me is just breathe on it, and it's over. But if you want to go longer, just blow on it once, and then after that, it gets longer and longer. But it will keep coming up over and over and over again. I think that's what it is. I think I'm just very excited. I think it's just like, tickling. You were talking about tickling before. I am also violently ticklish, right? Like, all you have to do is, like, go toward my feet, and I'm like, jumping around like a little girl. My brother used to love that. He'd tickle me endlessly, because my laugh when I was a kid was like Woody Woodpecker. It was like, and he would just love that. Son of a bitch, Yeah, and I really don't appreciate these people who go around, with the top knots and the shaved sides, because it's kind of like, look at this, I can grow where you can't, and I'll shave off what you can. I do have hair all over my body, so I was thinking about, like, getting it shaved off and made into some kind of a little, merkin, Anybody know what a merkin is? Yeah, it's a hat that's made out of pubic hair. Yeah, it was big in Jerusalem. I think the Israelis, the Jews, put that together. It was like, we got all this hair that's dirty. We got to shave it off. They didn't talk like that, though. Oh, we have all this hair and it's so dirty. We have to shave it off and make it into a hat. I always come up with the good ideas. Wish I could come up with those. It was too. You shut up. Where else to go? I could talk about my. I love my mom. My mom was cool. She one time when I fell over a couch and knocked myself out, she vacuumed around my head until I woke up. Trying to. Give me the sound thing. Didn't think about going and getting water, waking the kid up. Or maybe picking me up and taking me to the hospital, or, something slapping me. No, it was just vacuum around. When I came to, she was like, told you not to jump on the couch. So I went to take care of her at the end of COVID, right? Or actually, it was right in the middle of COVID. I went out to take care of her and did a really good job, because she died. So... That was, yep. She wanted to go, She used to get up every morning, come out in her wheelchair and go, oh, God, why don't you just take me out and back and shoot me? It's a little dark. Did it get a little dark in here? Fucking lights went down, I felt. It's very strange. Don't like BMW drivers. Any BMW drivers? No BMW drivers I trust. You, sir? You a BMW driver? No. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Well, I'm going to have to watch you then. Yeah, I just, they tend to drive around like it's a fucking derby, It's like, oh, let me see how I can cut this person off. And they actually took the blinkers out of BMWs. They don't put them in anymore because none of them were using them. So I just took the blinkers out because they were getting in the way when they were trying to reach down for their latte, Mercedes drivers just drive around like no one is there. I'm the only one on the road. So I'll just pull over here. I'll just pull into this lane. I drive a Volvo. So it's basically, yeah, thank you. We believe that every car should be full of people, and most of them should be under the age of 10. You know, it's kind of a family car. I drive a family car, even though I lost my family in the war. My daughter was exported. It was fuck. I was gonna. What was it? What is it? Deported. Yeah, my daughter was deported because she went to 23andMe and found out that she was 0.0004 Hispanic, and so they took him. They took her out. That's what's happening nowadays, ladies and gentlemen. We got the Trump administration in there. Fucking what a bunch of brilliant people. I swear to God. It's literally people who are supporting Trump are either, sitting around going, yeah, give me another $1 trillion. Or they're saying, yeah, let me have my health care. It's not a political crowd, I can tell. These people over here, I don't know where you came from. Where are you from, sir? Let's just talk to people who weren't there. Thank you. I'm from Iowa. Iowa? I don't even know her. Doesn't make any sense. Iowa. What could you make out of the states? That's a channel to go down. Thinking about the states. Got 2 minutes. I got a minute. Got a minute. Oh God. That's what I was gonna do. Shit, thought about this last night. I was gonna. There's another part to the mentally ill. Oh fuck. I'll think about it. I've got it written down somewhere. But I am mentally ill, bipolar. Doesn't mean I live on both poles, but it's not like bicoastal. But the commute is a motherfucker. I just gotta say. And learn something new about North Pole. The North Pole doesn't have any penguins, we all know, and I didn't know why. All of them are down at the South Pole. It's because Santa kicked them out because the elves kept fucking them, and then you had a bunch of flipper babies, flipper elves, and they didn't have the hands to keep doing the toy making. And it was also getting in the way of the elves toy making. So anyway, well, that was great. All you people were fantastic. This half of the room, I don't know, a little slow over here, but I love you more than anything because you're 3 people who are here. And we're going to bring up Billy, huh? Yeah, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy is a fabulous guy, and he wears amazing clothes, and he has hair that I wish I could fuck. But I'm going to bring him up right now. Colin Ashley! Yeah! Woo!
You really do have trouble reading those signs. I went in for the bro. I went in for like the bro. Could you see from the perspective? I went like this, and he was like, "Oh, that must mean a full hug." He went for the full hug. Like I was going in for the when you see this, what do you naturally? You had it right.
No, you put your arm out too far.
Oh, that's what it was. I'm sorry. So,
your fault. Go ahead.
This is so nice to be here. I almost just practiced in front of the mirror. And I got pretty much the same experience. I was this close to being like, I could just practice my set at home, but I get, I get this. This is good. I was driving on the freeway, obviously, to get here, and so I ride a motorcycle. I've been riding it for the last few months, and I've been lane splitting through the lanes, and now I'm driving. It's weird. My brain kind of has trouble shifting between when I'm in my car and when I'm in my motorcycle. So I'll be riding and there's a part of me that wants to go in between 2 cars while I'm in my car. My brain hasn't quite figured that out. And the other part is my car is super relaxation mode. It's really smooth ride. It's got cruise control, lane assist. I almost don't have to think when I'm in my car, but in my motorcycle, I have to think constantly, right? And sometimes I'll be on my motorcycle and I'm like, my brain's on cruise control. And that is not the time to be just like relaxed. You know, you have to be constantly paying attention when you're on a motorcycle. So yeah, I don't know. Do I have anything else I want to say about that? It's just, yeah, I'm going to die. That's definitely, there's not, you guys have spent enough time with me to know that, you know, I should not have bought that motorcycle. But you've also spent enough time with me to know that I went through a breakup not too long ago. And that's all it took. I was thinking about the motorcycle before the breakup. I'd even talked about it to her when we first met. I was thinking about it. But no one believes me. Everyone's just like, sure, you were planning on it. Oh, yeah, after the breakup. You know, it's funny when they say this because I went through that breakup. And people say weird things to you after a breakup. You know, they say stuff like, you know, you didn't love her. You loved the idea of her. You loved the idea of her. You know, you never hear people say that for anything else. It's like, I loved that movie. No. You didn't love that movie. You loved the idea of. What the fuck do you mean? What do you mean? I love the idea. That's the whole idea. I love her. I loved her. I love the idea of her. Yes, there's nothing wrong with the. What do you mean the idea? People say other things too. You know, I talked more about it to other people, and people were like, "Man, you dodged a bullet." You always hear that. You dodged a bullet. You know. Sure as hell felt like it. Sure as hell felt like I got hit by it. I don't know what you mean. They're like, no, but you could have been with her for a long time. That's what I wanted. Yeah, but you dodged, like, you know, having to go through a relationship and then like and she, you know, she would have had to, you know, she would have broken your heart later anyway. I'm like, so you would have said the same thing to me either way. So fuck. I can't win. What are the other things you hear people say? You know, right person, wrong time. We hear that one a lot. Right person, wrong time. You know, I don't know. I don't know how much I believe in that one. A little bit more. I believe in that one a little bit more. But I don't know. What else I want to talk about? Wrong person at the right time. That's true. That's what hurt me the most. Yeah. I realize this about me. I always have people challenge me, like constantly with my friends, my family. Like I ask, if I tell them an idea or a thought that I have or my perspective, I always ask them to be honest with me. I always ask them to challenge me when I'm in everywhere, right? And I realize that's not healthy. I need to live more of a lie. I live too much in truth. It's not healthy. I need to start telling myself, you know, that people are full of shit just a little bit. Like, I have to stop listening. It's too much. It's too much of other people's truths and not enough of my own, or like too much reality. You guys see where I'm going with this? Like, it's just too, like I need like some just healthy amounts of like bullshit, you know, just thinking maybe I'm a little bit, I don't know. All right, cool. We'll get somewhere with that. A lot of people talk about how AI is making us dumber, right? A lot of people say that. But think about the dumb kids that are getting smarter. I think about, because I do some of my work, I do private tutoring with families. And I've worked with some kids who have mental handicaps. And boy, does ChatGPT fix a lot of that. They are geniuses when ChatGPT is opened. They have no idea what they're doing but they can copy and paste like motherfuckers. Like, they are pro copy paste, succeed. Like, that will be an entire generation of kids below, 100 IQ points. Like, that will be, they'll just be copy pasting all day, every day. We're all going to meet towards the middle, is what I'm trying to say. They're going to seem smarter, and I will actively get dumber. And that's where we all, and, you ever date someone who is dumber than you? Man, that's a weird feeling. That's just, you feel like you're taking advantage at that point. You feel like, right? Like, I remember I was dating this girl, and we were talking about something. We were in bed together, and we're lying in bed, and she said, blah, 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 blah. Hope that doesn't happen, knock on wood. And then she hit the wall. The wall. Knock on wood. Hitting the plaster wall. Maybe she meant like the wood behind, like maybe there's some, but like, no, I was giving her the benefit of the doubt. Oh my God. I was like, did I fuck your brains out? Is that what I did? Okay. Okay. We like baseball. Baseball fans. Dodgers won recently, last game. Okay. I don't know. Imagine an umpire trying to describe his job while on a date. It's like, oh, so what do you do? Well, I make sure I get to say whether a ball lands inside of a rectangle. Oh, cool. Where's the rectangle? In my mind. It's in here. And what if people disagree? I yell at them. Okay. That's just my thought. I was talking about this last time, but like dating stuff because you want to meet the person's standards, like that's kind of the goal. But there's also this other thing you don't want to be, which is you don't want to be too good to scare them. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to trigger fear or insecurity. So like there's this weird Goldilocks zone with someone you might be dating where you meet their standards, but if you try to be like too great or too good or things go too well, you might scare them and then they leave. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, I feel like I've had that a few times where I'm like, we had an amazing time. I feel connected to you. I like you. It seems like you like me. And then they're like, oh, I can't do this. I'm like, what is happening? Like, did I need to like make fun of, did I need to like not open the door as much? Like, should I have made fun of your nose? Like, what could I have done to just make me a little bit shittier so that I'm in the range? It feels like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like what game that feels like where you try to land in, it feels like, yeah, it feels like The Price is Right. Like you're spinning the wheel and you're trying to land right in the million. It's like a little sliver of a million and everything else is just bankrupt. That's what it feels like in dating. Wheel of Fortune? Is it Wheel of Fortune? Wheel of Fortune? Was it Price is Right too? Both, yeah. Both have wheels. We're here for the wheels. What else? Okay, this is gonna be done. But like, okay, do we ever try to put like, I don't know, like paintings and stuff up on our walls, and we buy those freaking, like, what do you call it? The command strips. I've never put those on correctly. Because first off, they tell you on the instruction you're supposed to put rubbing alcohol on the wall to like clean it. I skip straight ahead. Full steam ahead. Fuck that. I'm not getting the wall wet. I'm not stupid. And then without fail, 5 minutes later, whatever I put up falls. Or it's in the middle of the night and I scare the shit out of myself hearing my fucking painting fall to the ground. Cool. I'll practice the rest of this in my mirror tonight. All right. Cool. Guys, you've been a lovely crowd. Give it up for yourselves. Give it up for the LA School of Comedy Remember, if someone's told you you're funny, then you probably are. No, I won't do that. I won't take it from you. Should I bring up our wonderful host, or should I end it? Or all right, guys. Remember, if someone told you funny, you probably are, but you won't know until you take it from the page to the stage. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Bye. Ow! Hell yeah. We good?